Good morning, people, and welcome to this YouTube channel, M&E Made Simple. Well, sorry about my voice. I've just woken up from bed. My target has been to do a video each and every day. Unfortunately, I was so tired yesterday I couldn't do anything, and I thought, okay, let me not disappoint anybody in case someone comes to visit. And here I am. So today we're going to be looking at what the job description of an M&E officer is. Well, there's one thing that every person should understand. M&E officers are very important to an organization. Every person has their own functions in an organization, but when it comes to an M&E officer, their functions are very important. And it's quite sad that not many people share the same views. They feel that this is not a person they need. It's something that can be done by an already existing staff member. But take it from me, you cannot, if you are doing a program or project, you cannot run those activities without an M&E officer. Why are they so important? Well, the real reason why they're important is because they're the ones who report, they're the ones who collect the data, they're the ones who do the analysis, and it is these reports that tell you whether your program or project is achieving results, and it is these reports that can be used to lobby for policy change, and it is also these reports that can be used to mobilize more resources. So that's how important they are. Now, what is the job description of this? Well, number one, M&E officers are responsible for analysis. Maybe let me start from data collection, analysis, and reporting. That is one. Two, they are responsible for planning of new programs and projects. Perhaps they won't be the main actors, but they will participate in the planning. And where do they come in? It is when it comes to coming up with a log frame for a program or project, or when it comes to defining indicators. Now, I must mention that I have seen project documents that have log frames in it, but the indicators are not clearly defined. And when you ask the people who developed such programs, they'll tell you that they used a consultant. If you ask them, did you use an M&E officer? In most cases, they'll say no. And that's where the problem is, because when it comes to indicator formulation, you need to have these M&E officers because they have the understanding of how these things should be done. The job description of an M&E officer, in addition, number three, they are responsible for also building M&E systems, which we'll talk about as I bring in more videos what this involves. But I did briefly touch on what an M&E system is. Number four, in some cases, they are used in resource mobilization. In some cases, and like I earlier mentioned, it is these reports that give you a basis to lobby for more funding. Sorry, I used lobby. Actually, it's mobilize more resources from people who would like to fund your ideas. Number five, M&E officers are also technical advisors. Okay, we talked of the planning, so they help in offering technical advice, but it is not only there when it comes to planning, but also when it comes to, in an organization, you find that perhaps they want to develop M&E manuals. There might be something already existing in an organization. You're just employed as an M&E officer. You can advise on whether this manual is meeting the needs of the organization if you've just been employed, or if the organization doesn't have the manual, you can develop a new one, you see. So in that way, you're acting as a technical advisor. Number six, they also facilitate trainings. Yeah, so M&E officers are involved in conducting training, in conducting capacity building. The truth of the matter, there are so many projects being implemented across the world, but you'll be shocked that the understanding of M&D among staff is pretty much basic. Hence, trainings are a must-have. And the mistake which some organizations make is that they'll just have a one-off training. Maybe a program is 3 years or 4 years. There's just one training and it ends there. That's not how it should be done. These trainings need to be done on a regular basis because understanding of monitoring and evaluation is at different levels. Number 7, M&D officers also take the lead role in conducting, surveys. Okay, there are surveys that take place, and these need to be spearheaded by somebody who knows how these set surveys are going to help understand more about the whole program. But just to add on, these M&D officers also, when it comes to an evaluation, since the independent person is employed to conduct this evaluation, the M&D office has to work alongside this independent person who is the evaluator, because this guy will want to find out a few things, he would want to understand, and he will also rely on the already existing reports which came from the M&D officer. So in a nutshell, those are the 7 responsibilities of an M&D officer, okay? But there are more, okay? M&E is wide. That's one thing you should understand. It is wide. It involves project management. It involves program planning, everything. It's wide. So I can even go on the whole day explaining what they do. These guys are involved in also setting targets for your program. Okay, they're involved in doing data quality assessments. They're involved in so much. So their job description is wide, but the point is, do people actually appreciate their role? That's where the point is. Most of the time, you discover that if an organization doesn't have an M&D officer there, you ask them why, they'll tell you that, no, we don't have the money to employ one. But that shouldn't be an excuse. They are a must-have. So starting from today, if you're a CEO, a manager somewhere, start looking for money to get an M&D officer on board. That is just a must-have. And it will also show that you're serious about bringing in quality results to your organization. So that's all the time I had for you folks. And this has been Coach Alexander, and see you on the other side.